If you have a Nintendo Switch or a Nintendo Switch Lite and you need a carry case and you're a fan of Pokemon and specifically Snorlax, then this could be the one for you. So join me as we do a first look and feel of this. It's the officially licensed Snorlax Nintendo Switch carry case from PowerA. Hello and welcome to Console Accessories, and as we said on the introduction, today we're going to be looking at this. Okay, so this is the officially licensed PowerA case with the Snorlax theme, as you can tell. This is going to be a first look and feel, so what we're going to do is I'm going to unbox it and then we're going to go around and have a look at it, show a few of the stats on it and how to actually use it. And then what I'll do is I'll take it away and I'll use it for a couple of months just to see how it fares. After a decent bit of use, because I bought this off Amazon last week. I'll leave a link down below where you can have a look at the latest prices. I picked this up for £25 in the UK and it's around $30 in the US, but that's at the time of recording, so it might change. Go and have a look. Okay, so as I said, an unboxing. It's not really an unboxing. You get a bit of packaging that goes on the handle, and you get this flap. That's nothing special. You're going to throw that away. And similarly with this as well, it just shows you a bit of branding on the front, a bit of gumph on the back, and a bit of gumph in the middle there. But I'm going to talk to you all about this. But like I said, you're just going to take this and you're just going to throw it away. Okay, so we're going to dive in. We're going to go straight into some stats. This weighs 330 grams, so it's not a particularly heavy case at all. That's because I think it's made of like this foamy material, and there's a lot of space inside. And width-wise, it's 24 centimeters, and that's 24 centimeters all the way around. You can add a little bit more if you're going to add on the handle at the top. And as I said, for price, I picked this up £25 US $30. Have a look at the link below. Okay, so going over it then, here we are on the front, massive picture of Snorlax. And now this is an extra bit of rubber that's stuck on there, so you can see there. So that's like raised up a few millimeters. So that, if anything, it serves as a little bit more protection. And it's nice that these are cut out pieces here rather than just painted on. It's almost like separate pieces of rubber, so it feels really, really nice quality. And it's all rubber all the way around apart from the zip and the handle. Switch logo on the back. The zip, just your average grey zip with your clasps and rubber bits on the end. And the handle is nice and thick rubber. Really nice thick rubber. It says Nintendo Switch on the top, and I've been playing with it for a few days, and that feels really, really good quality. Okay, so it says it's like kind of like wipe clean as well, so that's why I wanted to do a follow-up in a few months as well. So like I said, this is just the first look and feel, because I assume this is going to get a little bit dirty from being on the table or whatever. From the hands from opening it up, so it is wipe clean. So we'll have a look at that later in the next video. And then opening it up, you have at the top, look at that, all of the apples. Love it. And as you can see here, that's the cutout of this here. So there's like some extra rubber there, and this bit is kind of the extra bit to that. So it feels quite, there's just like, I'll just say a couple of layers of rubber in there, and then this material on the top. This feels nice. So it feels like it would give a decent amount of protection. And then going here, this is the bit where it all happens. Okay, so on the top there we have a mesh. Here we have a flap, and here we have another mesh. And underneath the flap, there's these cutouts here. Okay, and I'll explain what all they mean. Again, filled with the apples. And at the top there, this is where you can put, so we'll start off with a Switch Lite. This is where you can put like a USB cable if you want to, I'd say, or some earbuds. But as you can see with the shape, it's designed for a Joy-Con of when you use it for the Switch. But if you are going to be using it for the Switch Lite, you can stick yourself a cable in there, not a problem, because there is no other mesh, there is no other place to put anything, any cables or anything like that. So So if you are looking for something that you need to put cables in and you've got one of these, you might need to look elsewhere. But if you've got a Switch Lite, happily stick a USB cable in there or some earbuds or something like that. And then here you've got space for 6 games and 2 SD cards. So I don't know if you carry around extra SD cards, but you can put them in there, or you can put your games in any one of those 6 areas there. And the flap, it feels like there's cardboard in there and a little bit of foam here to protect the screen. And this material here is nice, and there's going to be no way that's going to get your screen scratched. Nice little protection. So if we're looking here, there's cutouts here. So if you can see the cutout, this bit here, this is where the trigger bit goes, in there and there. So let's fit the Switch in, and it just plonks in like that. And you see, flap over, that on, and that ain't going anywhere. It's a really nice fit. They thought about that with the moulding, that it fits all around your Switch Lite. That's really nice. So if you want a nice and secure case, it's lovely. And when that's over, it kind of gives enough protection for your thumbsticks. This is a little bit higher than your thumbsticks, but obviously if you press it down, it's not going to be. But if you're going to want to put anything extra in there, you're going to need to lay it on top. That's not ideal. It would have been nice if there'd have been like a mesh pouch here, I would have said. But if you're filling up these and you want to put extra like a USB cable or some extra bits and bobs, it's going to need to lay on top of there. Not ideal really, but it's not really going to harm the Switch screen. And this completely covers the screen, which is nice. Okay, and I also wanted to try as well. We did a video recently of this is the Spigen Rugged Armor, and it has quite a low profile. So I think if you've got a case or some sort of grip with a low profile like this one is, and you put it in, it fits, not a problem. Okay, so that fits in and ain't going anywhere. You're going to look for something a little bit bigger that has kind of extra bits to the grips. That probably won't fit in, but for anything else with a low profile, I don't think that's an issue at all. So then moving on, if you do have a Switch, what you're going to need to do is you need to take your Joy-Cons off and put them into these two nets here. Now I've had a bit of an issue with these because when I was putting it in, I kept getting it caught with the thumbstick there. So there's kind of the technique I've developed is kind of grabbing it and pulling it up as high as I can, and then poking the bottom bit in and sticking it in. And if you look in there, there's some cutouts there. I don't know if you can see that. So this one is designed for the blue one, and this one is designed for the red one. Okay, so let's grab the blue one. What you do is you pull that up and you poke that top bit into there and in. Okay, similarly with the red one, if you look here, there's some cutouts there for the triggers. So with this, you poke that bit in there and then you're in. Okay, so that takes up all of the kind of the netting, so you wouldn't be able to put any more cables in there. As I said, you need to lay them on the top. So as with the Switch Lite, with the Switch screen here, these cutout bits here, so this vertical bit here and this vertical bit here, is what goes around your Switch screen. Okay, so there we go, fits in wonderfully. And then as again, all you do is you fold that flap over and secure it in there. Again, that ain't going anywhere. So it's really nice that it fits the Switch and the Switch Lite, and in quite a small form factor, because if this had been the Switch with the Joy-Cons on, I mean the circle would need to be a lot wider, and I think it would be too much. So taking the Joy-Cons off, okay, and they fit in there. Again, if you're going to want to put some stuff, you're going to need to lay it on there, because if you hold it like this, you're going to see there's a good couple of centimetres worth of space there. There's like a good bit that would fit quite a bit of stuff. It's just, you'd have to lay it on top of there rather than if there'd have been a mesh there, a zip mesh. You could have put stuff in there. Okay, something to consider if that's what you need to take some extra bits. But if you just want to take your Switch and lay some stuff on there and you're happy with that, brilliant. Or if you want to take your Switch Lite with a couple of extra cables, equally as good. Okay, and then the protection wise, I'd say the bottom bit feels like there's a decent lot. It almost feels like there's twice the amount of protection here than there is here, so there is a decent amount. And I mean, I'm not going to, but I don't think I'd have any problem about dropping this. There seems to be enough space there and there, as you can see. Look how much space there is on the top there. Put some extra stuff in there. Really good. I think this is a great case for protection. It feels like it really protects your Switch and your Switch Lite. So it looks great, good protection. I think storage could be better. It's nice that it holds the Joy-Cons, and it's nice that you can have some extra bits for your Switch Lite, but I think if you're having it for the regular Switch and you want some extra bits to carry away with you, it could have done with something, unless you're happy to lay stuff on the top, I suppose. Entirely up to you. Okay, so what do you think? Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Are you a super fan of Snorlax and this the case for you? Like I say, it's $30, £25. It's getting there up into the more expensive of the cases, but I just think it looks smart. It's officially licensed. It feels really good quality, and for a first look and feel, I think this is superb. I just think it just needed to have a meshing in there for a little bit of extra storage. But apart from that, I think it's excellent. And what we'll do is I'll go away and I'll go and play with this for a couple of months, a few weeks, just to see if there's any issues with it, any quality issues. But it feels really good. I just think it's just going to need a bit of a clean. I think that's about it, really. So let me know. So let me know what you think. Do let me know in the comments below if you're going to be picking this up. And this is the look at the officially licensed PowerA Snorlax case. I've been Console Accessories, and until the next video, bye bye.